All right, Sistas fans. So they have been dumping a lot of promo photos on social media lately. This is from only a few minutes ago, but Andi is looking good. Anyway, she's sitting on her bed, smiling, holding the phone, and it looks like there's a shopping bag or shopping bags next to her. And I want to be honest, at first, I thought this was like, okay, we're going to see Robin, maybe send some things to Andi before he goes back to London, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I'm not saying Robin couldn't find out where Andi lives, but I would think he would be more the person to leave something for her at work, like, at her desk. So when she came in, she'd be like, oh, Robin. But I keep forgetting that Gary filled up that car with like, okay. The Rolls Royce was like 500 grand. Then he said it was like $10,000 worth of bags and stuff like that. And then like $1 million. I forgot the exact wording because it's been like almost 2 weeks. But basically it's like $1 million of jewelry and all kind of stuff. Or was it $1 million combined between the car and everything on the inside? So my guess is after Karen and Andi get back to the parking garage and she's like, remember, he had you tracked. I know it, Karen. Basically, Karen, like, don't get fooled by all this, okay? So I'm guessing the next day, or possibly that same night, Andi grabs a few bags from the car, goes up to a room, looks through them, and then she gets a phone call from Gary, or she calls Gary back. Keep in mind that given that the car is tracked, I'm pretty sure the fake singing Telegram cops called Gary to let Andi know, hey, it's a bust. But then again, the officer said there's somebody who wants to talk to you, so that insinuates that Gary was on the phone, so he probably heard Karen telling them off, so they left. So after the car was traced back to the parking garage, he probably figured that at that point Andi and Karen had split paths, they'd gone their separate ways, and then he decides to call her back like, hey, did you like the gifts? Yeah, I'm going through the bags now. So, honestly, I think Andi's smiling because Gary's on the phone. But I would like to think that it's Robin, like, possibly calling to check in on her before, hey, I'm on my private jet. I'm on the way to London. I just wanted to call to let you know I'm thinking about you. But, it's just one of those things where she could be talking with Robin and smiling, but she's sitting on her bed laying next to all the gifts that Gary bought her. So that's just my thought process there. But then a few minutes later, they released another photo where you see Andi smiling and she's walking in the parking garage. And let's be real here. She's probably smiling because she's walking up on the Rolls Royce again. Let's just be completely honest here. I feel like that's what's happening. Like she could be on the phone with Robin, go to bed, wake up happy, and then go to the car and be like, oh yeah, I forgot about this. So it's hard to tell. I mean, if you were, it's kind of like, how girls are like, women like, that's the thing about dating. I get free, not all women, but some girls like this, hey, you know what? Even if a date was bad, at least the food was good. I have a new restaurant to put on my list of where to go. But now you got Andi with these guys throwing all these elaborate gifts and whatnot. My question is this: what would have happened if Andi said yes and went to London with Robin? I wonder what would have happened in that case. Gary would have brought his stalkerish ass there, so that would have been funny. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think Andi's smiling about? Is it because Gary's on the phone? Because you know how this goes. The girls say don't do something, Andi's like, I'm not. But then when Andi's left to her own devices, she's going to do what she always does. And that's Andi going to do what Andi going to do. Call Gary or accept a call from him. So with that being said, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you take a moment to hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Hit subscribe as we close in on 200,000 subscribers here on the channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Hit the bell icon and select all. That way you are up to date whenever I post content on the channel. And if you would like to donate so I could buy a Rolls Royce, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.